Have you ever been interested in politics, being a reporter, or you just want to get your voice heard? On D.A.M.N News, we're going to meet one of Youth Channel's producers, Jose, host of The Jose Show. Jose's show discusses what currently is happening in the world today. By doing some research, he uses Twitter, Facebook, and other social networks to communicate with his supporters and finding information. Check out this interview done by reporter Manny Rosario as we look into how Jose uses new media tactics as a tool to foster interactively with his shows, content, and viewers that watch them. Take it away, Manny.
Thank you, Mary. We're here with Jose Serrano, and today we just want to talk about your show and ways you outreach to your viewers. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me on the show today.
No problem,
Very excited.
So you're a producer here at the Youth Channel, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We just want to ask you some questions. So our first question is, in your own words, tell us a little bit about your show.
So the Jose Show was, created in December 2007 when I interned at the Youth Channel. Wanted to do more with, filming, more with the Youth Channel so I could get, good hands-on experience on the equipment. Then, I had, an idea to create my own show, but I never thought it was possible until I spoke to the director of the Youth Channel. She said, you could do it now. I'm like, what are you talking about now? And I'm like, this is impossible. But she said, yeah, go do it. So I had to think about what I wanted to do on the show. And I'm like, what about youth nonprofit organizations? What about young people performing on a show where they could get a chance to perform and show off their talent? There's so many young people out here that have so much talent that are not being seen and not being, seen in air by other shows. My target audience is towards, teenagers and also adults and everybody else, but my show is focused on teenagers where I want, teenagers to say that the Jose Show is a show where they could go and talk about anything, as the host of the Jose Show. Sometimes you run out of ideas. You run out of ideas like, okay, what I'm going to talk about, all this and third. And in one of my episodes, I'm going to be having a panel discussion. What do teenagers think about love? What do love mean to them? Other, different views from a teenager to an adult. Then I'm going to have an adult there, to let them know and, sacrifices all the, let's say the bad things about love if you may love a wrong person, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to have a panel discussion on that, and I'm also going to be kicking off the Jose Show Cooking Cafe where I'm going to invite someone to demonstrate how to cook their favorite dish or something for the holidays.
Hey guys, you want to stay tuned to that show. Who are some well-known guests you had in the show?
So well-known guests, I had the New York City Councilwoman, Melissa Margarito. She's a councilwoman in a part of the district in Manhattan. I have her in the show. But I mean, if you're talking about like well-known, like famous people, I haven't had a guest like that, but soon I will. I use my Blogspot. I use Facebook, MySpace, YouTube, and I also use Twitter. I use YouTube to upload my, episodes, the little episodes, even though there's different parts, but to upload my episodes where, I could tell people, like, look, I have my own production. If you want to take a look, go on youtube.com/thejoseshow12, and you could take a look at the stuff that I have done, from the first episode to the very latest episode that came out.
Okay, and out of those sources, which helps the most?
Well, I think I believe that the Facebook helped the most and the YouTube helped the most because, if someone, could say, oh, you have your own show, where does it air? And you're saying, like, it airs in Manhattan, but they don't live in the borough of Manhattan. But what I tell them, go on youtube.com, take a look at my show, and let me know what you think.
What celebrity inspired you the most to make your show?
Well, that is a good question. I mean, I really don't know why celebrity. I don't have like a celebrity that inspired me, but I always wanted to help, young people like myself, young people that are my age. I just want to show them that I'm a young person, a teenager, where went out, got an internship, where now produce his own show, and it gives them the opportunity and look at me as a role model. I know there's many young people out here, but I want them to look at me as a role model, where I could tell them, you could do your own show, you could do your own production, but I do thank God, for giving me this opportunity, just to let you know that I never dreamed of having this show, but once I saw the opportunity open, I jumped right on it, and I tell everyone, I tell them, if you want to make your own show and you make your own production, you have to be willing to do to be committed. You have to be willing to do all the hard work, but it's not easy. Editing, your production, going out there and filming, reserving equipment, that's all hard work. And sometimes I'm like, someone said, I can't take it no more, but I cannot quit because there's other young people that sees me as a role model. And if I quit and they say, this guy is a quitter, but I'm not a quitter, I'm a fighter. And I'm gonna make sure that, not only in this borough, but also in the borough of the Bronx, I'm gonna be having a Jose show air really soon. But I'm waiting until I produce more episodes, and also trying to get interns that are interested in this field to try to help me out so we get the process and be faster. But I thank God all the time for blessing me with this opportunity, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would be here right now, doing this production.
That's great. That's great to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to take a little short break now. So check out some PSA and promos, and stay tuned to the D.A.M.N News.